Hey everybody, welcome back to Lux Biz. I'm Tatiana and I have the pleasure of having Greg Mercer here today, who is the founder of Jungle Scout and speaker here at SellerCon 2018. Greg, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Tatiana, thank you for having me on. I'm excited to be on your YouTube channel and chat with you.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, so first I kind of wanted to dive into Jungle Scout because I have to be honest, guys, when I first started with my Amazon business, I did not have Jungle Scout. I didn't know what it was. And now that I have it, product research is so easy. And I'm not just saying that, I'm serious. It makes things so simplified. I feel so much more confident when I pick a product and it saves me so much time. So maybe can you kind of quickly describe your web-based app and your plugin?
Yeah, so Jungle Scout's a tool, just like Tatiana just described, but it helps Amazon sellers figure out what product or niche they should enter on Amazon. So, a lot of people are probably like watching this right now. It's like, wow, like I want to sell on Amazon. I hear about all these people being successful on it, but like, I don't know what to sell.
Yeah.
So Jungle Scout solves that problem for them. So there's two different tools. As you mentioned, one's called the web app. There's a few different features in it. Like one of my favorite features is something called the product database. It's all of Amazon's catalog with some additional information in it. So you can actually like filter through and say like, I have no idea what I should sell, but show me all the products on Amazon that sell at least like 500 units per month and aren't very competitive. So you can literally like put in those filters and it will spit out which products meet that particular criteria. So that's really good. The Chrome extension, the browser extension, it's really nice. Yeah, it's nice to use as well. What you can do is like on any page on Amazon that has products on it, you can click it. You'll see like a little pop-up and it gives you like all these pieces of data that you need to make like educated decisions about the products. And it also shows you like how many units each of these products are selling.
I love that.
Yeah. So we can search for like any type of product, let's just say like eyeshadow or something else. You search for this, you click the Jungle Scout extension, it will show you like, okay, this eyeshadow is selling 1,000 units per month. That eyeshadow is only selling 300 units per month. And then you can figure out like why, like, okay, like these colors are more popular. This is more popular.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it seriously saves so much time during product research.
Yeah.
Because it is, product research can be a tedious task. Nobody really enjoys doing it. I don't know, some people do,
right.
But I don't. So it definitely helps the process.
Yeah.
Now, how heavily do you rely on BSR when you do product research? Because BSR can fluctuate, especially during the holidays. It can go up, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, those type of things. So how does Jungle Scout rely on BSR? And by the way, BSR is bestseller rank.
Yeah, so Jungle Scout factors in the bestsellers rank when we're estimating unit sales. So it takes that into account, but it's a pretty smart kind of like algorithm and model by now that can remove kind of like outliers, like some of the ones like you just described. So you're still getting accurate sales estimates, even through times of high fluctuation. So yeah, so overall the BSR though is a good gauge to us of like how well these products are selling.
Awesome. Now, what about, what would you suggest, people, there's a lot of competition for certain products and there's minimal competition. Sometimes people go with the products with minimal competition because it feels like it's an easier route to go. So what are your thoughts on that? High competition, low competition, maybe in the middle? Like what would you say for a first product?
Yeah, good question. For a first product, I would lean towards the very low competition spectrum. Oftentimes that's a little bit less demand, but especially like when you're just getting started, what's really, I think, most important for like a lot of entrepreneurs is like just to get those early wins. And because really like a lot of times like, like young entrepreneurs just getting started just need like that mental reinforcement that like they are doing it right. They're starting to learn it and everything else. So yeah, so if you're just launching your first product, I would lean towards that end of the spectrum.
Right. And so competition, would you gauge that as kind of like the amount of reviews a listing has? So maybe like 1,000 plus is high competition, or how would you?
Yeah, so the number of reviews is a great gauge of overall competition. Just in general, the longer listings have been on Amazon, the more reviews they have, and the more reviews are also more social proof for people. So the number of reviews is a great gauge of competition. Yeah, so like if you make a search and they're like the top products that all have like 1,000 reviews or more, that's like very hard to get into. So what we just spoke about right before this about like low competition type niches like to get into, I would recommend like in the top 10 results, I would expect to see like at least 5 products, let's say with under 50 reviews. That would be like a relatively like immature niche, and that would be like a great one for a beginner to get into.
Awesome. Now, sometimes when I do product research, I see these products that they don't have a number of listings. There's maybe 2 or 3 listings, and I either think maybe this is a golden nugget product, maybe this is like the one that just nobody else has found, or maybe it's a terrible product, it's patented. Like, it could go both ways. So what are your thoughts on products that don't have a lot of competition, or they just have 3 reviews, but those are 3 listings, but those listings are just doing so well?
Yeah. There are like niches like that. They're like really good ones to sell in. You brought up like the patented thing. So typically if I see that, I would want to do maybe a little additional research to make sure that it's not patented, you know? But oftentimes actually those are some like the best ones to sell in. That like there's only 3, 4, 5 other people selling it. They're all selling well. Sales are relatively distributed through each of those listings and sellers. Oftentimes like those are the really good ones to get into.
Right. So once you've picked a product, you've got your listing up there, the next big thing is making sure your listing converts. Because you can spend a lot of money on PPC, but if people are going to your listing and they're not buying, that's going to be wasted money, and Amazon's not going to like that too. They're going to see that people are leaving your page for some reason. So you have a product called Splitly, which actually does testing. So maybe you can kind of dig into that a little bit and share with us what are the top observations that you have about what is a great converting listing.
Yeah, sure. So like you said, Splitly is an A/B testing tool, an optimization tool specifically for Amazon sellers and Amazon listings. So it can split test different images or different prices or whatever else. If I were to give just like a few tips for this interview, the things that make the largest difference on your listing are the images and the price. We did a whole bunch of different testing, like on the description and the keywords, and while they're important so that you're ranked for those keywords, we found out nobody reads the description of the bullet points. It doesn't make any difference what you say there. So the main image is the most important. Some of the things to think about when you're selecting the main image is like what will draw someone's eye when they make the search for the keyword. If your product main image looks the exact same as everyone else on the page, like why are people going to click your listing instead of like the others? So be thinking about like pattern disrupt. Be thinking about like using the full box, like with minimal white area in the background. Those are some important things. Once they're on your listing, some of the things that make a really high converting listing are things like call outs on your images. So since no one reads your text or your bullet points, you need to figure out like how to convey why your product's better in your images. So sometimes that's like pointing to certain things and saying like, this has this feature, this is that thickness, or like whatever's special about your individual product. That's like a great area to call those out.
Right, interesting. And now what about the title? Is that really important, or how is that for you?
Yeah, so the most important thing about the title is that you need to include the main keywords in the title. So when Amazon indexes your keywords and figures out how to rank your product for certain keywords, that's the largest thing that they take into account is the title. So whatever your main keywords are, you definitely want to be putting those in your title.
Interesting. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Greg. You've added so much value here. I'll be linking all of the things we've talked about down below in the description. And actually, Jungle Scout has a YouTube channel that is amazing. So much value there. So I'll link that down below as well. And you can check out their videos, which are purely Amazon tutorials and stuff like that. So again, thanks so much, Greg.
Thank you for having me on. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Take care.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching, and if you want to get started with your Amazon FBA business today, then I'm going to send you some free video training just so you get a better understanding of how this whole process works, more of a step-by-step in-depth guide so that you can also enjoy this abundant internet lifestyle. So to gain access, all you got to do is go to luxhealth.com/onlinebiz, enter your name and your email address and subscribe, and immediately I'm going to send you your first training. But if you don't get that email right away, sometimes it goes to the spam folder. Sometimes you have to opt into the mailing list, so just be aware of that. And don't worry, I'm not going to spam you, but I will be sending you several emails over the course of several weeks, just because I don't want to bombard you with information, too much information at once. You're going to get into analysis paralysis. So look out for my emails, valuable content for you to get started on Amazon, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye guys.